हाय। हम अक्सर सेलिब्रिटीज को देखकर सोचते हैं कि यार ये तो कभी कपड़े रिपीट ही नहीं करते और कोई ऑल टाइम इतने परफेक्ट आउटफिट्स में कैसे रह सकता है। इन सुंदर सुंदर आउटफिट्स के पीछे और हाँ इस क्रिएटिविटी के पीछे भी एक बहुत ही फैंसी साउंडिंग बट डिमांडिंग जॉब है, दैट इज fashion styling. So today I would like to introduce everyone to the founders of Outro, the two very exceptional fashion mega and mastermind sisters who are serving looks in Bollywood and outside, Akshita and Anulika. Akshita and Anulika work as a celebrity fashion stylists and have already styled more than 250 music videos in their career yet, like Designer, Kaanta Laga, Kurta Pajama, Manjha, Farar, Top Tucker, Shona Shona, and many more. They have also worked with hotshot names like Guru Randhawa, Badshah, Shehnaz Gill, Neha Kakkar, Honey Singh, Hardy Sandhu, Amira Dastoor, Sonu Sood, and Italian actor Michele Morrone. Both the Outro sisters have dodged many obstacles that have come their way in founding their own fashion styling firm and then a multi-designer luxury studio in Jaipur. Akshita, who did her graduation in English honors followed by a diploma in luxury fashion management, found her calling in styling and eventually in entrepreneurship. Anulika, on the other hand, went to study fashion design in Singapore, only to drop college there to come back to India and start working as a stylist in Mumbai. Trust me, both of them are extremely creative and strong-headed entrepreneurs who practice I will figure it out attitude. They have successfully looked at the bigger picture by always following their curiosity and never hesitating from teaching themselves. And this has led them to the glamorous creative life they live today. So in this episode, we had a deep discussion about their creative journeys, what are the skills required, how did they learn it, what was their parents' take, how the industry works, how it feels to work with celebs, business of styling, and much more. So sit tight and breathe out, because this creative shot is about to kick off.
आप 12 के बाद क्या करेंगे आप नहीं तय करते, आपका मोहल्ला तय करता है।
हर चीज के पीछे एक क्राफ्ट वो क्राफ्ट सीखना जरूरी।
You have to question every single thing.
I don't want to compromise with what I want to do. What is my dream?
Two greatest gifts life has given you. One is the freedom to fail and the ability to say, I don't know.
Creativity means I'm going to try out something. Maybe it will succeed, maybe it will fail.
Knowledge is free and it's yours to inherit.
Hey guys, welcome to Pink City Podcast presents Creative Shots. I'm so glad to have you on the podcast. It's been such a long time. We have been coordinating it.
Yes, finally. Hi.
तो सबसे पहले तो ये बताओ कि आप दोनों में से बड़ा कौन है? बहुत कंफ्यूजन है। अक्षता। बिकॉज इंस्टाग्राम पे फोटोज देख के ना अनुलिका बड़ी दिखती है। आई थिंक बहुत लोगों ने आपको बोला होगा पहले भी ऐसे।
Everybody says
Every
that.
person says that all the time.
So
This is an advantage for me only.
Yeah, it's a compliment. Instagram से याद आया, recently Guru Randhawa shared a clip praising you guys. I think it was a press conference for Designer. He was saying कि मुझे अक्षता ने डिजाइन किया है and मैं उनसे फिर वापस से काम कराऊंगा because I really liked it.
मेरी स्टाइलिंग करी अक्षिता ने फ्रॉम टीम मुहीर और पहली बार मैंने उनके साथ काम करा है और आई थिंक मैं और 100 म्यूजिक वीडियोस में उनके साथ काम करूंगा क्योंकि उन्होंने बहुत अच्छा काम करा है मेरे ऊपर और मैं चाहता हूँ एक बार उनके लिए और सारी टीम के लिए क्लैपिंग होनी चाहिए सारे
So how does it feel to get a validation or recognition like this?
Of course, the appreciation was immense and it feels really good, of course. When somebody validates your work and appreciates it, of course, it's motivating and for us, it keeps us going in a way that, yeah, if somebody doesn't like our work, next time we make sure that, okay, that he has to, everybody has to, yeah.
We but keep up our game all the time.
Yes.
So we don't face these issues.
आगे बढ़ने से पहले मैं थोड़ी सी हिस्ट्री बता देता हूँ। अक्षता और मैं सेम कॉलेज से पास आउट हैं, बट हमने कभी बात नहीं करी। मुझे हमारा कोई इंटरेक्शन नहीं हुआ। बट फर्स्ट सीजन में वैशाली टोल्ड मी दैट अक्षता एंड हर सिस्टर अनुलिका आर किलिंग एट देयर करियर। सो लॉन्ग स्टोरी शॉर्ट, वी आर हियर एंड तभी so let's begin. My first question to you is कि fashion styling is a very very attractive career for everyone.
और जिसका थोड़ा सा भी इंटरेस्ट अगर फैशन में हो या शोबिज में हो, तो यू गाइज आर बेसिकली लिविंग देयर ड्रीम। तो सबसे पहले हमें यही बताओ कि यहाँ तक पहुंचे कैसे।
Okay. So, I was always good in academics also, and I never really thought I would go into this field, but fashion has always been like a really close friend of mine because what fashion gave to me is no human being or anything in the world did, because fashion gave me confidence. It was always there by my side. So I was really interested in fashion since the beginning, and then I thought I would always go into some field where, you know, academics would be involved or something like that. And but later in my life I realized also I never got the opportunity from school also. Like, we never had the option to take arts. So imagine, till undergraduation I had no clue that I would go into this field. I really wanted to, but lack of information and everything. So in my post graduation I decided to take up luxury brand management, fashion and luxury brand management. So that's where I learned fashion and management and all of that. But then also, like, till then I didn't know about styling as a career. We went to Mumbai. I explored the option. Anulika actually helped me explore the option. She was doing designing first, and then she switched to styling. So I was like, okay, this seems a pretty cool option. I should also try my hands at it. We started together, and then after, you know, being at the job, in a day I realized, okay, this is what we're meant for. This is the job we were looking for. Like, and it was like a perfect match for us, styling as a career. It was just meant to be. And the day we started, since the very first day, I've been enjoying it way too much. And it has been great. I think Mumbai has opened a lot of doors for us. We made a lot of connections there. And I think styling is, because there's a lot of competition in fashion world, and to sustain and to, you know, to actually keep up your game, it's important to first have contacts and everything. So yeah, we built some great contacts in Mumbai, and everybody just kept loving our work because it was our heart and soul into the work, and it was our passion.
What about you, Anilika? You also stumbled upon the career, or you always wanted to do this?
So basically with me, I think it was like very clear from the very beginning. Like, I wanted to do something in fashion, but I had like no scope in school, like when I was studying in. So like, no, as she mentioned, there was no humanities, and like people always used to criticize, like, learn about science, you're not good in maths, you're not good at this, and like they always like motivated people.
If you're not good
in
at studies, you're no good at all. That was the scene.
So there was this pressure on my head all the time, like, you have to study, you have to do this, that. I had like no particular thing about fashion in school, to be honest, because nobody even motivated me, or like we had that sort of similar courses, or like some people are coming from outside to school to give you education about those fields. Like when I changed my school in 11th standard, that literally changed my life, because I got to know about a lot of colleges, about fashion, about arts, like literally changed my life. I started studying about fashion, and I joined the tuitions also to study in abroad. I made my portfolio for that, and I went to Singapore, did the designing part from there.
Okay.
But like later on, when I studied the designing part, I was like, no, not happening for me, not working for me.
Okay.
And then like after a year, I decided that I'll leave the college and like do something else. I wanted to do something in fashion, but like not in designing. Gave myself for good 7-8 months to study about fashion more, and like what do I have to do in future. So I came up with this thing, styling, and me and Akshita, we both decided to go to Bombay together. She was opting for luxury brand management, and I just decided to do styling. In college, literally, people used to teach about like, this is the color palette, you have to give this to your client, this is the body shape, this and that. Obviously helped me a lot, but later on when I actually started working, it was like, something else only. Like college doesn't teach you like exact things which you have to see in the market. But yeah, it was good experience also. And like later on, when I started working with some senior stylists, got to know, made some clients of my own, came up with Outro, got our first project together. Akshita also got excited, like this is the thing we really want to start together.
The education by design is done by people and done in a format that makes me resent it, right?
Yeah, I agree.
And we never made it fun. And anything that is made fun is liked by the brain because it feels like progress, right? It feels like you're unlocking things and figuring out new levels of the game. But education never felt like that because it looks like that you're training for something and there is no what, and you have no application of those skills, right?
Yeah.
Exams never felt like an application. It was more like, okay, do you remember it? The best professors you'll remember are the ones who actually made things super interesting and super entertaining. Right? That going to the class reduce your anxiety versus increase your anxiety.
So after listening to this, I have two questions for both of you. First is, Akshita, you were doing English honors in Xavier's, right? When we were in the college. And then how did it shift कि मुझे fashion में करना? Because I have seen you once doing fashion shows in college. But वो एक बार या दो बार ही मैंने देखा था. उसके बाद we can expect you to, कि मैं expect कर सकता हूँ कि ठीक है, जिसका fashion में interest है, जो fashion shows में actively participate कर रहा है, वो fashion में जाना चाहेगा. तो but why fashion management? और fashion management में भी there is mass, premium and luxury. So why you chose luxury? Is there a particular reason?
So honestly, as I told you initially, somehow yes, but I always thought मैं studious ही हूँ. मतलब management or something like that is something that I can always go for because I liked reading, I liked studying. So that is something I wanted to continue. But so I thought management is a good option for me. And then she was opting for styling. And honestly, at the back of our head, ये हमेशा से पता था कि we will do something together, and we wanted to make it a good mix of everything. That I do management also. She's done some part of designing, then styling. So I thought we would be like a good mix of everything, and I thought it was a smart move, and it actually was. I still handle all the business part of our work, and creative, of course, we do both, but mostly business part I manage. So
money transactions,
everything, yeah. So I'm the manager.
Someone needs to learn that.
Yeah.
Anulika, I want to ask you कि Singapore जब गए थे, so did you went for fashion designing to Singapore? Yeah. So it was a diploma course or a degree course, or does it matter in this field?
So basically, to be honest, it doesn't matter. Like if you're good in your work, if you showcase your work properly, you know you're talented, you have that sort of sense of fashion, then obviously you're gonna excel. But see, it's like my course particularly, it was like 3-year course, but 1 year add-on also. Like if you want to take degree, it's on you. If you want to do it for diploma for 3 years, it's on you. So it was optional. So for me, I opt for like a degree course for 4 years. But again, it was like a scholarship thing for 1 year. You have to work for Singaporean government after you finish your work, finish your college. So I was like later on not keen of doing that. So I've decided, and like when I was studying fashion also, in like almost a year, I was like, no, this shit is not working for me, like pattern making, and again it's like a lot of maths, and like I'm just not enjoying this thing. And later on, when I actually started designing, after like 6-7 months, it's like no design is like popping in my head. How should I make my new designs, and kya karna hai, kya nahi karna hai? Everything was like
blank.
I was every day I'm waking up and I'm like, I'm not enjoying it.
There are no creative juices coming.
So, like in 6-7 months, I was literally done. Like I have to do something else in my life. Like if I'm not enjoying it in like 6 months, how can I enjoy it like my whole life? So I've just
that's actually really important. In a creative field, you need to be creative and you need to feel it. Like It's been almost it's been 4 years we are doing styling, but वो creative juices अभी तक आ रहे हैं, वो passion is still maintained, and you know
Like
the love
every
for the
time
work
we
is
get a
there.
new project, we get excited.
Excited.
Wow, like this time we have to.
So
do
that
this
is
thing.
really important. If
Yeah.
you're not feeling it, of course you can't do it. In creative fields, you need to feel it.
So जब चेंज करने की बात आई, when you decide कि नहीं करना है, doesn't it हमें एक होता है ना, स्कूल से हमें डाल देते हैं that linear way of doing things कि कोर्स लिया है तो we have to go to the finish line and then we have to
I was
change.
literally very scared.
जितना झगड़ के गई थी ये घर से,
Because
सिंगापुर जाना है.
My parents, they were like कि I know you want to do it, but do it in India. If you're good at it, you'll do it. I was like, no, in India, there's no fashion sense, this and that. I'm going to learn there and this and that. But they were like in the end, they were supportive. They were supportive in beginning.
My
also,
mom was like,
but then-
please आजा. I was waiting for this.
And then when
हाँ,
my mom
because-
was
happy.
अक्षता को नहीं भेजा ना? अक्षता क्यों जेवियर्स में पढ़ रही थी?
नहीं भेजा नहीं.
It's like a whole different story. Like you have
अच्छा.
to come to our place for a cup of coffee and then we'll explain the whole.
We'll
Okay,
spill
fine,
tea
fine.
then.
Okay, so
But for me, like my parents were supportive, but at the same time they were like कि बाहर भी क्यों जाना है? Do it in India, do it in front of our eyes and this and that. But later on, I was like कि नहीं जाना है, this and that. And then when I decided to leave it, my dad was like कि ठीक है, it's on you. Obviously, I can't force you. It's your decision. You have to do it. So it's on you. And my mom, she got so happy. She was like, हाँ आजा जल्दी से आजा. Perfect. This thing just worked. Yeah.
fashion या तैयार मतलब dress up होना, तैयार होना was the only thing where your creativity flows, or were you into other creative things also since childhood? या यही जगह थी जहाँ creativity निकल रही थी?
I was not creative in the childhood. I was
I
नहीं,
think
बिल्कुल भी नहीं. In
School
fact,
plays the major
School
role
plays-
in creative.
yeah.
As kids, we had no exposure of
Creativity, yeah.
Like people, we had like
I'm sorry to say, but it's all about academics. All about academics.
Like
And
if
then we
you're-
grew up also in a family where you know we used to live in a joint family, and then like all my cousins, they were like toppers and head boys, head girls, and you know heads of all the houses and जो भी कुछ हो
So we
रहा
had
है
that sort of
competition.
pressure also
So
all
they're
the
like
time on our heads.
academically too good, and then in all the competitions, curriculum, in every field they were like excelling, and I was like, okay, what are we doing with our life? Because at that time कुछ था नहीं इतना दिमाग में क्या करना है क्या नहीं, but we always had the pressure.
Anulika, for you, आपको कब लगा कि मैं creative हूँ और मुझे इस creatively ही काम करना है life में?
See, for me, I think from the very beginning only, like when I was in 7th, 8th standard, I knew that I have to do something in fashion. But I had no exposure, like how will I do it or कैसे होता है, क्या करना है, like had nothing, no clue about it. And I knew that obviously मुझे पढ़ाई में कुछ नहीं करना है. Like nothing is happening there. I have to be creative. I have to do something related to fashion. Then I changed my school also in 11th standard because I wanted to take humanities. And in 11th standard, I started painting, I started drawing, which I had no clue about that I'm actually good at it. And I'm liking the painting thing and like making color palettes and sketching and like doing this artistic thing all the day. And that just made me more creative and creative. I've started watching a lot of videos, and through that I've like got this confidence also, like I can do it, I can mix and match colors. And like probably when I was painting, I could see like I can make designs through those color palettes. You just get that vision when you paint, like you can mix and match, you have that sort of confidence in you. And things were working out for me later on when I changed my school. And that's how I've decided like, yeah, I have to do fashion design.
ये सुन के मुझे लग रहा है कि एक बार हमें बात कर लेनी चाहिए that designing is a much more popular career, renowned career in fashion domain than styling. So there will be many people who still going to Google styling क्या होता है इसके बाद. So I think you should define कि what is styling, what is fashion styling.
So let me start by explaining what styling is. Styling is basically you're creating a whole look. It includes the outfit, the accessories, the shoe, everything. Like even like the bra the girl has to wear with it. Like the whole look is given by us. And Yeah, so you need to have a good knack of
Styling
fashion and
sense, yeah.
styling sense and color palettes, body
Body
type.
types,
So
color
for us,
complexion,
it's
everything.
like what color combinations will look good on a person. On a certain body type, you should wear this and not this. So there's a lot of factors, and then according to events, according to occasions, you would see a lot of events where you would feel like, okay, what she's wearing or what he's wearing is so out of place. So there's a lot of factors in styling that you need to take care of, like so many things, and then the comfort, how the person is going to carry it, if they can or can't. So, and you can't, styling is also something that you need to give the person what their style is like.
yeah.
Like,
We can't just throw our style
you
on
can't
them.
throw your style on a
Yeah.
person. Of course, every person has a different styling sense, fashion sense. So you need to give them something
You have
which
to
speaks of their own
understand
sense.
their body type, also their body language, what sort of clothing they are comfortable in. So you just have to study the person, and then you have to like give them clothes. Sometimes it's like you are just telling that person like, wear this is suiting you, this looks good, but the other person is like very like
Doesn't on the same page with you. Yeah.
Doesn't
understand that same thing. Like they will be like, no, give me a basic t-shirt, I will wear my t-shirt. So they are not even experimental, and sometimes we are compromising our work too. So there are a lot of things in this.
Next thing I want to ask is, what was your parents' take during this whole journey? Because you were leaving college, coming back from Singapore, you were leaving your 9-to-5 job, you were changing your courses. So there is like a figuring out, hit and trial approach that creatives tend to have. Same as with me. So my parents were really supportive still now. So what was your take? मुझे पता है supportive होंगे, but were there some downs and ups and downs? Or they were always supportive कि नहीं ठीक है जो करना है.
Very literally very supportive since the very beginning. Like I've never faced even a single issue from my parents' side. Like whenever I used
Even
to
when
tell
she was
them,
not good at studies.
yeah, like they were like, okay, do your own thing. They were like, just don't fail. You have to pass. So I was like, yeah, definitely. But they were like never pressurized me like, why aren't you studying and doing this, and why are you focusing on that thing? I really wanted to do something in sports also. They like always supported me. Okay, do whatever you really want to.
My dad has, from the very first day, since we were like little kids who had no idea what we're going to do in our career, this, that. Since that day, he has always told us that, whatever you do in life, just have big dreams and think big, and you can't think something small and then achieve anything, and you always have that sort of a mentality,
Like,
and
just keep
and
your
be
vision
game
very
changers
open.
and be this, and he has motivated. I don't know what he has seen in us, that honestly from the very first day we were like, we have to do something that is immensely crazy, and we have to make him proud, because he has this faith in us that, okay, my girls will kill it whatever
And
they do.
even from coming from a background like all your cousins, they are like toppers, they are just studying all the time, doing like extra tuitions and like science, and then some people are lawyers around us, some people are engineers. So he used to hear a lot of things also. Okay, probably like this person is doing so much better.
And the
Why-
society really discouraged. My parents were really supportive, but the societal
always
pressure
used
was
to,
there.
like,
But
put
my
up a
dad
question.
mom, dad never succumbed to it, honestly, because because of course, like, everybody was really excelling in their field in our family. So everybody used to be like, initially, now everybody knows, but initially everybody used to be like, okay, girls are pretty, and you're running good business, of course you'll marry them off with someone who's pretty rich, and they don't need to do. So that's how they used to think about us initially.
Which
and
was
now
like very demotivating all the
very
time. because
demeaning and very petty. But how we have
that
right.
too, hearing from your family, it just takes off
Yeah.
your motivation all the time.
But my dad, my mom,
Always lifted us
they
up.
they didn't care.
The big one, middle class mentality is log kya kahenge?
लोग क्या कहेंगे?
It is just ingrained in us. It is absolutely ingrained in us that constantly look at what the world has done for you to create your own path. The world will define your success and your failure. तुमने अगर 25 तक नौकरी नहीं ली, failure. 30 तक शादी नहीं हुई, failure. 35 तक घर नहीं आया, failure. 40 तक इटली नहीं गए, failure. 45 तक ये नहीं हुआ, failure. Like just fucking stamp after stamp after stamp after stamp. And we just subject ourselves. Like we never even question.
लोग क्या कहेंगे? एल्डर जनरेशन उनको यही लोग क्या कहेंगे? हमारे बच्चे ने ये कोर्स नहीं किया, वो क्या लोग, ये भी तो एक तरह का रेपुटेशन सेविंग ही हो गया ना,
बहुत ज्यादा।
तो ये तो मेरे फादर स्पेशली आज तक इसी फंडे पे जिंदा हैं। अरे कुछ भी हम करें, लोग क्या कहेंगे, तुमने लोग क्या कहेंगे। आई थिंक उन्होंने अपनी वो भूल ही गए हैं उनको क्या पसंद है क्या नहीं पसंद है। वो अपनी पूरी लाइफ उन्होंने यही सोच के जी है कि लोग क्या कहेंगे, एंड उन्होंने हम सबसे भी यही एक्सपेक्ट किया। तो मैं थोड़ी बागी निकल गई। अभी बाकी सारे घर में स्ट्रगल कर रहे हैं, उनको कभी संभालना पड़ता है कि अरे भाई नहीं बड़ा फर्क
कभी दीदी की साइड, कभी पापा की साइड।
हाँ, तो एटलीस्ट
यू आर द एल्डर वन।
आई एम द एल्डर वन। अभी तक मेरे फादर तो हालांकि मेरे को देख रहे हैं वो, और मुझे करने देते हैं। अब उन्होंने गिव अप कर दिया मेरे पे, तो वो अब वो करने देते हैं मुझे जो करना होता है। बट वो अभी भी यही सोच के उनकी डिसीजन मेकिंग होती है कि लोग क्या कहेंगे।
I resonate with one thing. मैंने ना बहुत जल्दी डांस करना शुरू कर दिया था यंग स्टेज में, एंड देन आई जॉइंड बस्कर्स डांस इंस्टीट्यूट, एंड आई एज अ स्टूडेंट दे प्रमोटेड मी एंड फाइनली आई बिकम एन इंस्ट्रक्टर एट द एज ऑफ मतलब आई वाज इन 11th or 12th standard, and then they said कि हम तुम्हारी
you need to teach me some moves.
I was the president of Xavier's dance club. बस तुम कॉलेज नहीं आते थे बस। so they offered me कि हम
अपनी क्लासेस अटेंड करती थी यार। Very studious, I told you.
Okay, got it. So they said me कि हम फीस ऑफ कर देंगे आपकी, will not take charge from you, become an instructor, and they started giving, they offered me to मतलब बहुत ही कम अमाउंट, लाइक पीनट्स होता है ना, जैसे बहुत ही कम, की स्टाइपेंड से भी कम, की लाइक okay, this is something to encourage you. And my father said, you become an instructor, go and teach, learn, but don't take money. You don't have to settle for this. This is not your life.
Yeah.
And then after that, when I went for job in Bombay, he's like कि तू सीखने जा रहा है, जॉब पैसे वैसे की टेंशन नहीं है, तू सीखने जा, and if you learn, and that's what gave me courage कि मैं तो सीखने आया था, मैं छोड़ सकता हूँ चीज। ऐसा नहीं है कि अब सैलरी मिलने लग गई तो I started getting
there was no pressure on your head.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And the sense कि you are here to learn, you are here to grow, learn the skills. Money will not dominate your life. कि सैलरी बढ़ गई है तो अब प्रमोशन हो गया है तो आप रुके हुए हो। So that gave, and that's the same thing you said ना कि आपके ड्रीम्स छोटे नहीं होने चाहिए, think big, have a bigger goal in life.
Yeah.
I think that matters.
For us also, I think in the very beginning, like when I started working as a intern and assistant, I was like, no, this is not my thing. I can never work under somebody. Like, and I just can't take that pressure. Like, I can't let anybody tell me do this. Like, this is not in
but
me.
Then
like,
my dad actually talked sense into our head, and then he was like, okay, you need to, if you're doing something in the field for the very first time, you need to do it. You're not a princess. Wake up. So so that's how we did an internship for probably 6 months.
I almost did for like
6
months. Year.
Yeah. I did for 4-5 months. Yeah. But yeah, we did that. It is a part of the journey, and it's a process. One need to learn.
Learned a lot in that process, and that's how we are here right now.
मुझे ये लगता था कि जो अमीर बच्चे हैं वो कभी जिंदगी में कुछ कर नहीं पाएंगे, क्योंकि उनको हर एक चीज तो एक प्लेट पे मिली है, हर एक चीज उनको एक सोने के चम्मच से खिलाया गया है। उनको पता ही नहीं है कि स्ट्रगल करना क्या होता है। उनका जो प्रिविलेज है ना, वो हमेशा उनको नीचा करा देगा। लेकिन मुझे आज ये रियलाइज होता है कि अगर हम एक ऐसे खानदान में पैदा हुए हैं, एक ऐसे परिवार में पैदा हुए हैं जहां हमें जिंदगी की सारी सहूलतें मिली हैं, इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि हम जिंदगी में आगे नहीं बढ़ पाएंगे। प्रिविलेज नहीं है जो हमें हार्म पहुंचाता है, जो इग्नोरेंस होती है प्रिविलेज के अराउंड, ये समझ में नहीं पाना कि आपके पास कितनी प्रिविलेज है, कितनी सहूलतें हैं, कितनी सारी अपॉर्चुनिटीज हैं जो आपको बिना किसी काम किए हुए मिली हैं। उस बात को अगर आप नहीं समझते तो वो चीज आपको खा देती है, नॉट द फैक्ट कि आप उस परिवार, उस खानदान में पैदा हुए। That was again a big mistake that I made.
So now let's come to the course and internship that you did. कौन से कॉलेज में गए थे बॉम्बे में, और क्या सीखा? What was the curriculum? How was the teaching pattern? What did you learn? And do you suggest that for our audience, or do you think कि नहीं बिना उसके भी काम चल सकता है? And how was your internships after that? Because you had मतलब as you guys saying कि काफ़ी learning internships पे हुई. So what did college ने कौन-कौन से all opportunities खोली आप लोगों के लिए? So I think that would be interesting to know.
See, for me, I feel college was somehow important also, and at the same time, it's like if you already have that sense of styling, there was no requirement also. Like especially from like people from Bombay, they know the industry themselves in prior also because they've been living there. So in Bombay, the whole industry is there. So for me, I feel the people who are from Bombay, they don't actually require to study styling because for connections, see, the college is very good in making connections for people. As we were from Jaipur, so I think हमारी तो बहुत help हुई है because we went from Jaipur.
College का नाम क्या था? Sorry, I think you missed that.
Okay.
So we were studying in FAD International in Mumbai. And the college was fab. It was superb. One thing I want to mention about this college is the best thing is they know the requirement of a certain course, that they're not just they're not there to just get money from students and not deliver. They know okay ये इस course में इतना ही duration सही है, and it's each to its own sort of a thing. Like in designing also, there's a 6 months, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year. There's so many options. So every person can do okay. I just need an year. I'll do an year course, and
so for
there are
me,
options.
It was like very convenient because after leaving Singapore, so for me, I did not wanted to do again like 3 years courses because styling is a thing I really wanted to do styling, and I did not wanted to give again 3 years of my life. Later on, when I opt for this 9 months ka course, I think it was like perfect for me because I've studied about everything what requires in styling.
Averagely कितनी need है? Should as they're offering flexible courses from 3 months to 9 months.
9 months is
6 to 9 months.
6 to 9 months is important if you're learning.
Yeah. Honestly, like doing a 3 to 4 year course in styling is a waste. Not even just money. It's like you're just losing your years.
My, like 9 months course, I literally learned everything. Like we used to go to the malls, pick up some clothes and style our friends. So that was a new thing. Like they are just giving these sort of
practical
projects and all these things. Like we used to style editorial shoots.
We used to work photo shoots in college
and like different sort of industry people.
Fun fact: I made 3 of my 1 assistant and 2 interns to leave. I pressurized them to leave college. If you're doing designing, then it's a lot practical. You're learning like pattern making, cuttings, everything. Then you're learning a skill in college. Probably for then 3 years, okay, good, do it. For styling, it doesn't matter.
I'm not degrading college, like don't go to the college or college jana hi nahi hai, this is a waste. Like obviously depends on person to person. If you really
my team members, they were like really good at what they do. So my assistant, she was like really good. So I was like, okay, you're already doing good. You don't need to go to the college. And now they were not doing anything to her,
So मेरा ऐसा theory है after completing my education that school doesn't teach you much the skill set, but it gives you the connection and network for your lifetime. Right. So did that same thing applies to your college also, that this FAD International gave you a lot of contacts, or did you made it on the internship only?
I think internship because fashion has like crazy competition. People are very sweet on your face and just behind your back they are like bitching and talking bullshit all the time. So there are very less people, probably 1 or 2 people whom I actually trust from my college. Everyone else, like they just came and go. They were like my classmates, never helped in anything. They were always seeing everyone as a competition, like why should I help her?
In our work, every connection we made was completely like ours. Like we made friends, we made colleagues, and everybody, it came from us. College didn't help that way because the jobs they were providing, we didn't really want to do it for some reason, and
Like we chose our own path. Like we
So
every day
everything
we were
is-
working on ourselves, and then things were just falling on place, and so we never like felt taking help
So-
from the
college. Yeah.
How was the internships? जो आप लोगों को कॉलेज से इंटर्नशिप्स लगी होंगी, आप लोगों ने खुद जाके बाहर
We found it ourselves.
You found it
As
yourself.
soon
Okay.
as I started studying styling, within a month I found my first internship, and there was this stylist I was working for. She was working on a movie also, and I had no clue about that. So she was like, "Okay, I'm giving you this work. You have to start working for this movie from tomorrow." And I was like, "Okay, I will start, but I have no clue what should I do and this and that, and kuch nahi pata hai. This is like my first internship ever in styling." And she was like, I'll teach you everything, and there are other members also with me who are working for me, so you just take their help and start working on this project. So I was like, okay, let's start it from tomorrow, just give me the brief, what is the project? And they were like, okay, we are working on this movie, it's war, and you have to style Hrithik Roshan and Tiger Shroff and Vani Kapoor. And I was like, what?
Wow.
Seriously? Yeah.
That was our first internship.
Internship.
And like literally on the second day in the morning, I was partying in the night, and I was like, okay, कल से काम करना है, ये वो, आज last night है, अच्छे से party कर लेते हैं, कल से I have to work hard. So I was literally partying till 6 a.m. in the morning. I came home, slept. 8 o'clock I got a call that my senior stylist, she just called me and she was like, come to this address and pick up these sunglasses on your way and just come to this place. I reached there and there were like 10 to 15 bouncers coming, standing outside, and I walked inside, and there were Rakesh Roshan sitting.
It was Hrithik Roshan's apartment, and it was her first day of internship.
First day of internship.
She's just going
And there were like a lot of senior people I knew, like Tiger was there, and then Vani Kapoor was there, all the senior stylists were there, the director was there. Like as the new member of this industry, I just started my college, I just started my internship, and I'm just meeting everyone. And it was like a dream come true. And I think the first day when I saw everyone, and like it was full of fashion and like different sort of clothes, all the luxury brands were there, like full of shoes, outfits. So it was like a dream come true. Like that was like my literally.
That too, Hrithik Roshan trying everything, and you're seeing him, of course.
So that
Anyone
was
can
the
get
thing
flattered
that
with that
motivated me so much.
image.
Like, I really wanted to.
She was like, "This is where I belong." You know, like take me along.
Work
Nice.
for me, nice.
Great. Did you do any internship? मतलब 5-6 months आपने भी internship किया था ना?
Yeah, actually, for me, how it worked. So we had there was this job I got in college under some luxury brand. So I had a call time I got a call time sheet and everything that you have to join from tomorrow, and you've cleared it. And but in the end I realized, okay, I did it for the sake of, okay, I'll get selected or not. I was just testing myself. I didn't want to do it. I got selected. I was panicking. Like I was sweating. It's like I got selected. I don't want to go. Anulika, what should I do? So she was like, and I used to accompany her in her internship. Okay, I'll also come with you. We'll source, and it was shopping around.
Like,
I was like,
always
okay, I'll
used to
come. I'll
take
shop
her
around
along.
with you. So I knew about her work, and I was enjoying that. So in the night, I got my letter at around evening time, and in the night around 10-11, I called her ma'am, and I was like, okay, I also want to join. Can I join? So she was like, yeah, come tomorrow. Just like that. And I was like, okay. It was my, getaway. It was my getaway. I don't want to do this. Let me just put my hands into something else, and I'll have a valid reason to say no to myself. Like, okay, I don't want to do that. So yeah, I started so randomly.
I got so happy, like we are doing the same
But
shit.
that's how I started in styling. I didn't want to do a 9-to-5 job, though it was a crazy good job. But I was like, I don't want to do this. That's how it was so random, and that's how we started doing the internship together. Every day we went out to like go to work and do stuff. So yeah, that's how it was very random.
That's what
very
the foundation of Outro became, na?
Yeah.
Next thing I want to know is कि अनुलिका आपके बायो में ना दो चीजें लिखी हुई हैं, एक तो सेलिब्रिटी स्टाइलिस्ट और दूसरा कॉस्ट्यूम डिजाइनर, और एक और टर्म होता है विच इज वार्डरोब कंसल्टिंग. इन तीनों में डिफरेंस क्या होता है? कैन यू एक्सप्लेन इट?
Yeah, so there's a very small difference, and I think a lot of people already know it. So, costume stylist is a thing where a person is approaching you, like a director is approaching you. They want you to design something for that particular thing. Like if there's a music video coming up and they want a particular sort of a look for that, so we will design a look for that particular celebrity.
It's a costume, yeah.
It's a costume
Like
thing.
Gangubai ka outfit is a costume, not a styling.
Yeah,
look.
like they made a costume for that movie. So like that, we make costumes for that particular thing, whatever the director requires. So costume designing is that we make designs. And as like you asked me, wardrobe stylist is like, if someone is like not good in choosing their own clothes, I will help them making their wardrobe.
Or too busy at it.
Like if I'll help them, like according to their body type, I'll help them choosing the outfits. Like you should have these particular things in your wardrobe to style yourself on daily basis. Like as basic as a basic white t-shirt, you should have like basic pair of denims to style yourself every day.
How to layer outfits, how to and there's also personal shopping in our field. Like people could hire us as personal shoppers, so we can just go
make them,
probably with them or without them, just us, and we will shop for them. Okay, this is your body type.
A particular sort of budget to us, the sort of clothing they want, or what sort of brands they require, so we can just go and shop for them. And then there's celebrity styling. Celebrity styling is, again, we collaborate with designers, we source clothes from them, we make looks, and according to those looks we give it to the celebrity. And again, it totally depends like what sort of event they are attending. Sometimes it's like red carpet, so we give them gowns or like very lavish sort of clothing.
Sometimes it's like, as basic as this an interview. So you need to give them athleisure. There's a new requirement every time.
Every day they are attending some events, they are shooting for ads and this and that, so it requires on their requirement, and we source clothes for designers according to their requirement only.
Got it. So basically there is a science behind कि किसको कैसे कपड़े पहनने चाहिए according to their body type and color and everything.
Definitely.
But if someone, ये बात आप लोगों ने पहले mention की थी, but if someone has a particular style, they don't want to wear according to their body type or according how their stylist is telling them. So how did you find the balance between it?
Like nowadays, like previously we used to listen to the celebrities, but now there's this point which triggers us so much. Like I've stopped listening to them. I'm gonna force them. You have to wear it. Like I just can't see my work getting compromised. Like recently also, I don't want to take the name, but recently also I faced this issue. Like this person, he was so stubborn. He was like, no, I'm gonna wear this only. I'm not even trying this out. And it was literally on my head after a point. Like I shouted on that person. I was like, wear it. I am a celebrity stylist and I've been working from past 4 years now. I know my shit. You at least try it. If you don't feel like, don't wear it.
He tried it on, loved it too much that he's like, give me 10 more looks like this. So sometimes you
have to pressurize your clients also, even if they are.
This is the mistake we made initially, because of course when you're a rookie, when you're a beginner at your job, and then you look young. We were young at the time, and then industry people wouldn't take you that much seriously if you don't have that sort of an experience profile like that. You can't shove.
18, 19 when I started working in the industry, so people used to take us like, okay, you guys are kids. But we've studied about it. We know our shit. We are not just we are not doing time pass here. We know our work, and we're gonna suggest you good things.
So initially there were challenges कि मैं तो ये नहीं पहनूंगी and ये नहीं होगा, and I have hired you to get clothes for me. I was like, you have not hired me to only get clothes, to make the look also on you.
This brings me to the business part. That you started Outro, you're a fashion stylist enterprise. So recently, Veer Das ne Instagram pe डाला था that he's going to Emmys and he doesn't want an expensive designer. Any newcomer can pitch him. So a very local designer from a small town pitched him. He wore his clothes. So designer का तो मुझे समझ में आता है that they can design, they can show कि मैं आपके लिए ये costume बना रहा हूँ या ये dress बना रहा हूँ, and if you like it you can hire me and purchase it or wear it or whatever the system is. But यहाँ पे styling मतलब स्टाइलिस्ट कहाँ आता है, डिजाइनर और सेलिब्रिटी के बीच में you guys work. So what's the business model of doing it? What do you guys do on a film set or a music video set?
So,
or if someone hires you?
yeah, so it starts from, we get a call from the director. He tells the requirement. He or she tells us the requirement. Then, okay, this is the sort of things we need. This is the set, how the set is going to look. This is the color palette of the set. So they explain us everything, and then we have to pitch with our mood board. So we find references on the internet. We make a mood board, and sometimes it's a mood board of a complete how the whole project is going to look like. Sometimes it's like a mood board of every look. Like if there are 5 looks, we make 1 mood board for all the looks. So 5 mood boards. So we pitch the mood boards to the director, to the artist, and if he or she will like it, then they give us the project. So it's
if
not
they
just
understand the vibe.
Yeah, it's not just okay, we got this work or ab ye karna hai. We also need to pitch, okay, this is our vision, this is what we can bring to the table, and then touch wood, everybody has liked our mood boards. And now, once you develop that sort of a thing with certain people, then you don't even need to give mood boards. They will know, okay, you'll do it.
Like now there are few directors, few artists who just know our work, and
so
they don't even ask for it. They just give us a call and like you have to. They just explain the story. And
for example, you're doing a music video, and music videos had different celebrities. It's a status-driven industry.
Yeah.
So, for example, you have a category actor. So now it's your job to connect with all those designers who would be ready to give clothes to this particular actor.
Yes.
yeah, this particular.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we make a proper message, and then we just send it to the designers. Sometimes we have to call them, explain them the whole vibe, like this is the director, this is the production house we are working with, these are the artists, they have these many followers, and this is the vibe.
They
of
see the
video.
stylist profile also, how credible you are, what sort of people you work with. If the artist is really good, but the stylist is like, they work with the people whose aesthetic does not match the
And
designer, they won't
to
give you, like they won't give to the particular stylist.
You have to be very good in your research also, like what sort of designers are there, and like there are particular designers only good for Indian outfits, there are designers who are good for denim, there are designers who are just good for jackets. So you have to do your research, you have to make a list of designers also separately, like these are the designers you have to contact for this particular sort of a project. So every time it just varies, and different sort of a thing. There are like a lot of things we have to plan before the shoot.
It's quite interesting. Matlab, it's not only creative, it requires a lot of other coordinations and understanding of the
a lot of management, a lot of management, because
sometimes it's like we are calling for couriers prior the shoot,
the most
and
hectic
it doesn't reach, and we were literally relying on those clothes, and sometimes designers
in every project there are more than like 60-70 parcels that has to come, and even if 50 comes, like the other 20 are equally important. Like you can't just work with the 50 parcels you got.
Sometimes things get
it's very, very hectic, and there are times people for also, like with us, there's this thing built up in the industry, like they'll call us 2 days prior, and the production people will know, okay, they will pull it off, so they call us now 2 days prior only,
and to pull off the whole
it's
project.
Really difficult to
like
pull it
have
off.
To give them 14 looks, 15 looks in the music video, and you just have 2 days. You have to get your parcels also, you have to contact designers also takes like a lot of time to reply, and if they really want to work for this particular project or not,
and then to receive parcels,
it's like very short span of a time.
When you started Outro, मतलब Outro तो बाद में शुरू हुआ. First you must be getting being approached by other people to get the project, solo projects, right? And then Outro began basically. So how did you pitch? Did you pitch other people, or they came to you? So what was the attractive point? How the thing started and how the runway took up?
It is very interesting how it happened for us. So,
very random.
That's Mumbai charm, I would say. How you just meet random people and you make friends, and you don't know who comes from what industry, and it's a good mix of industry people. And so for us, we were, we made some friends, and so
we were chilling at
we
a
were
cafe
chilling
and
and
a live music session was going on.
we were singing along, and we made some friends, and then we got to know, okay, these people are professionals. Okay, they have
in the
music already out there on YouTube, which has 100 million views already, and these are singers. So we didn't know initially, so we were chilling with them, we were friends, and then we got close. We've started hanging around every day.
This is because of your. I'm sorry, I'd like to cut here. This is because of your internship. You were chilling with them, right? It's not just a random party. No, okay. It's just a random.
It was a random party.
Okay.
It was an open mic. It was very chill. It was
There was like
open
2-3
mic.
people who came to us, started singing, sat on our table. We were vibing, chilling, drinking, and like enjoying everything. It was just like
it was
very candid,
random,
very
and very chill.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we were chilling with them, and we started meeting frequently, all of us, and then this person is like, okay, I really like every day what you girls wear. It was as random as, okay, I love what you wear. I'm doing a music video next week. Would you like to style me? And that was our first ever project. Like, he just liked the way we dressed ourselves.
Obviously, he knew that we are in this field, but
we never did a project ourselves.
We never did a project ourselves. We were doing internship that time.
Yeah,
So
we were
he was like,
interns.
I'm gonna give you this project. Talk to this production house and explain them the vibe. They're gonna let you know the whole scenario of the video and just talk to them. And
this
like,
is like within 3 months of moving to Mumbai.
Yeah.
So we were that new to the place, and
we started
in college also. We were like, we just did 3 months of college. We were pretty much kids back then, and then this guy had this faith. Okay, just do it. We did it, and it was so good. It was so good. Like, since then, we work with the label, we work with the artist, and it was Akul actually who
That's
sang.
how we came up with Outro also. This was our first project we did for him, and then later on we were like, okay, we got such a good project with such a good amount of money. We were like, we can do it, man. And then we just made our Instagram account and let's get official, and we'll get more work like that, because we were meeting like a lot more people through this project also, like in the industry for the first time.
Got it. So I'm going to talk about the soft skills here. ये तो ठीक है. It's a luck. You were there. It came, and you created it.
It worked
You
out.
created it. Let's say you created it. It paid off. But after that,
It was
continuously,
our hard work also.
yeah, I'm saying na, you created that luck. So, but after that, keep getting the clientele, keep pitching. So how was that soft skills help you? What were those soft skills? Do you think क्या work किया आपके favor में?
For us, there's of course luck involved, but I don't know, like we feel that somewhere, wherever we walk into a space, into a room, we stand out. That's something I believe we have. It's just probably the personality or whatever. So we were interning at the time, and we went to a music video set because we were interns, and
That was very funny.
so we were working and everything. So they really liked us.
So
I don't
our
know
senior
who
stylist,
observed.
it was a funny story. So our senior stylist was there and we were interning. So me and Akshita both were there, present at the shoot. And we were shooting for a music video that time. So like a lot of people keep on coming and like addressing us as like senior stylist. And then they just like told our senior stylist, are you even a stylist? Look what you're wearing. And like this was,
It was
like
funny,
very
but
demeaning.
but
like, we
people
used to
really
get
noticed
appreciation.
us. Like we were just interns on the set, but
All the time we
everybody
used to get
noticed us.
attention, like people
So
approaching us.
the
for
next
work.
music video, they just approached us and not. So we were interns at the time, but on the next shoot, the next
They
music
hired
video,
us for
they
a
directly
styling
hired us, and it was, we could never imagine it at the time because we were also
Like we were literally too new in this industry to get such good projects. We used to panic a lot, like how will we
initially
able to
when we
pull
got
it
the
off?
work, we didn't know how to do it. We figured everything out from the scratch. Like honestly, we had work even before we knew how to work it out. honestly.
Wow.
So that's
a great place to be.
It's a great, but touch wood, God has been really kind that way that we never had to look out for work. It kept coming and we figured our work out through we only
And
working.
as like we were getting such good celebrities also by the time every project we are doing, the second one's like bigger than the previous one. So we used to be like, okay, the thing is happening for us. Like people are liking our work because we used to be curious. Like we are creating something, it's gonna be there on the TV. A lot of people gonna watch it. Like literally the first time I saw like people are tagging me on Instagram, the small kids, they are like literally making looks. They literally copied the same look, created their own design and wearing it and promoting
People
the song.
recreating your looks are crazy.
Yeah, so you just
Also,
get motivated. And
I feel we were bringing good energy and good vibes, and we were already ready to do what they were asking us to do. We were like, yeah, tell us. And our approach was always really sweet. So that they were like, okay, these girls are nice, and we were also, of course, providing them what they wanted, doing great at it. But of course, our energies is something I still believe that people really like working with us because we're good-hearted people probably, and we bring good energy to the room. Like we're not bitches.
No doubt about that. The podcast is going really well. The energy is maintained, all because of you. But I have to ask right now, do you believe in God gift? मतलब द गॉड गिफ्टेड टैलेंट कि ऐसा माने कि क्योंकि आपके साथ आपकी स्टोरी सुनते हुए सब कुछ होता चला गया, तो आर यू गाइस गॉड गिफ्टेड और रियली स्किलफुल?
We are
What do you think?
working our asses off each and every night. Like literally, we
And
don't
for
get
us,
to
we
sleep.
discovered ourselves. Like this is our profession.
If you
Everything was
like, it's a podcast. I can't give each and every detail, but people get so fascinated. Okay, they are working with celebrities. It's not at all a fascinating world. The sort of work
It's really
we are
a lot of
literally.
hard
I
work.
gave up my social life when I was 18 years old. I was working. I was going to the college. Direct after the college, I was going for my internship, getting free in the night around 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the night, coming back home, just sleeping for 4 hours, and then again doing the same thing. Like I literally killed
we
my
gave up
social
our social life. We gave up our sleep
Like we don't get to sleep for good 5 days straight
at all. Yeah.
These
So
eye
it's-
bags, I've earned it. Literally.
So it's a lot. It's a lot.
इनिशियली व्हेन आई स्कैन्ड योर इंस्टा हैंडल्स, तो आउटरो पे मैंने चेक किया कि आप लोगों ने कितने म्यूजिक वीडियोस किए हैं, तो इट्स अराउंड बिटवीन 36 to 40. बट व्हेन वी टॉक्ड अबाउट इट, यू सेड इट्स मोर देन 250 वीडियोस that you have styled, and just in 4 years, that's a very commendable task to be achieved. So well done, guys.
Thank you.
तो मैं ना कुछ थोड़ा फन करते हैं, मैं ना कुछ आर्टिस्ट के नाम लेता हूँ जिनको आपने स्टाइल किया है, एंड यू टेल मी हाउ वाज द एक्सपीरियंस टू स्टाइल देम. ठीक है? So let's keep it fast and quick.
Yeah. Done.
Cool. First is Shehnaz Gill.
Shehnaz, very bubbly, very cute, very easy to work with.
Very
Yeah,
sweet.
very sweet.
Okay. Neha Kakkar and Tony Kakkar.
They are like family. They are
And very
sweetest people.
To work with. Like they have this sort of faith in us. They are like, give us whatever you want. You'll give us the best clothes. They are like that.
Wow.
Favorites.
Very easy.
Okay. Next one, Sonu Sood.
Sonu Sood, he is a very, very humble person to work with, but we had some issues from our side, and I'm literally.
But yeah, he was really sweet. He's particular, of course.
Yeah, he's very particular about his styles.
But yeah, it was a good experience working with him. He's a sweet and humble person.
Got
Easy to work with, but at the same time, little challenging for us.
Yeah.
Badshah.
Badshah.
It should be fun.
So when we styled him, it was something he did for the first time. We made him wear a lungi.
Yeah.
So it was, it was challenging, but I loved his energy. He was like, let's do it. Let's wear the lungi. So I love how fun, experimenting. He's a very fun person to work with. Good.
Okay. Next is Honey Singh.
Sweetheart.
Like,
He's a person who
gives
would
us such-
appreciate us all the time. Loves us so much. Like, he is just too good. He's
a
just too
person,
good.
even when he's shooting, and if he'll see us standing there, he's like, "Oh, yay!" this energy.
His
is
energy.
Like it motivates us so much. Whenever we work with him, it's like always pumped
And
up. Let's do
I'm
it,
like,
let's do
okay,
it.
it's
Never
Honey
tired.
Singh.
Yeah.
So
Never
Yeah,
tired
I-
with him. Even if we are like not
I-
sleeping for a good 3 days and working with him, it's like good energy.
Yeah.
We don't require.
we don't need anything.
Yeah.
It's like perfect. With
I really like him. Good to hear that.
him. Good energy.
Yeah. Michele Moreno.
Yeah,
I'm
Michele.
pronouncing it right. The Italian actor.
Yeah. Michele. So it was great working with him. He loved us so much that, you know, it was difficult, but he called us again to style him, and he was like, you guys are the best stylists I've worked with. Wish you were there in 365. And you know what? Not. We actually created a whole closet for him. Like, it was crazy. And
He loved it so much.
He loved
literally,
it.
like for Michele, because he came to worked with Indian people for the first time in his life. So we literally appreciated the Indian designers in front of him. We literally got everything from India because he always wear like luxury brands and all the good brands all the time. So we took like some Indian designers for him, and he loved it so much. He appreciated the work so much.
He took a lot of clothes. He was like,
and
girls.
he started following those designers. Like, oh my god, I love this designer's work.
He was also
He
very
was searching about the
sweet
designers.
and humble in that way. And I think, yeah, he's a really nice person. He was, you know, he was trying to memorize the names of the designers, and he was giving due credit to everybody. And he's very appreciative
and
of
very
good work.
very easy to work with.
We didn't expect it, but he was
He
really
was very sweet. all the
really
time.
sweet.
Great to hear that. We come to the end of this. So, last thing I want to know about this particular section that we are talking about, the business of styling. Is this a safe and good industry to work? Especially from the perspective of girls. Keeping the mind, because a lot of people will be hearing this and taking your advice and suggestions.
It's a mixed answer.
Like we personally never felt, because we are like two people also all together, and we are like real sisters, and people know us, and we
carry a safe environment with us because the people we work with are, moreover, these people we've been working with from the past 4 years. So we have a very family sense of a thing that, okay,
like we will never take a project where we don't know the person and looks little shady. So we work like all-nighters, early in the morning, like traveling with drivers and like different sort of people, meeting someone for the first time and like traveling with them for like 7 hours, 8 hours straight in a car. But it's always a safe place. It's not like they are giving some weird vibes.
But
or, like,
you should
they are,
always
like,
be aware,
professional
and
people.
you know, of course, things happen. Like, there are times we're doing a fitting with a male client, and it gets uncomfortable how they would like to change in front of you, and they're not going to the washroom, and it's you know, they give signs like that, and it gets uncomfortable. But you have to make sure that you keep yourself safe that way. Otherwise, it's not as bad as people think it is. It's not. It's very safe that way. And this thing is everywhere in all the work environments, is what I feel. You need to be safe, and
Cool. So, as discussed, Creative Shots के हर episode में हम एक theme discuss कर रहे हैं about creativity. And after going through all this, listening to both of your journeys, मुझे ऐसा लगता है that जो हमारी theme जो मैंने figure out किया वो है कि school discourages creativity, which I also have faced and I also resonate with. And I tell you how, what I have written, and I'll read it out so that it's very clear for our audience. So I figured out that schools creatively inclined students को बहुत ज़्यादा help नहीं कर पाते. Actual में तो उन्हें discourage ही करते हैं creativity को chase करने से, because they have a fixed pattern in which they've confined you. Follow instructions, don't make mistakes. There's only one right answer. Do not coordinate. Take your exams on your own. This जो basically आपको curiosity follow करने से रोक देता है. And if you don't follow their instructions, you will be punished. So it creates a fearful environment, and that's why creativity doesn't thrive in those kind of environments. And with you guys, as you got a chance to take a lot of wrong turns, you didn't follow the linear pattern. You took risks. You broke all the rules and figured out कि मुझे क्या पसंद है over the span of time. And similar, and that's what I resonate with. I have a similar story. So मैंने ये बात फिगर आउट करी कि यार स्कूल ना बहुत कुछ सिखा सकता है लेकिन क्रिएटिविटी को डिस्करेज करता है. एंड देन for us, we have to unlearn a lot of things, unlearn a lot of meanings that school have taught us, and figure out the new meanings on our own, and that's where the creativity happens.
Right.
So, do you think it fits you?
It
and
is so
is it
apt. Like, good job. It is so apt.
Thank you. So, what are your thoughts?
Literally experienced the same sort of thing. Like, obviously, creativity flow तो था ही नहीं school में. Like, even if you want to do something creative, they are always stopping you from doing this. They'll always encourage you कि पहले पढ़ाई कर लो, ये चीजें बात की है.
And of course, there's a pattern you need to follow. You can't go out of that. Like, if everybody's doing and everybody's following this thing, you need to also be in the same thing. You can't go out of it.
So schools, I feel schools are like, they will let you be in the creative space, but not in school. In school, you have to maintain the discipline, like study. If you want to be creative, go to your home and then be creative.
Do whatever you want.
तो सोसाइटी भी बहुत हद तक हमें वो कर देती है कि ठीक है, वी कैन से कि our parents were much cooler and allowed us, but otherwise society asks you कि पहले marks लेके आओ, then we'll allow you to do other things.
Right.
And
100%, yeah.
हिंदुस्तान एक बहुत ही फेथ ड्रिवन कंट्री है जहां ये माना जाता है कि अगर आप अच्छे इंसान हो और आप झूठ नहीं बोलते हो, आप चोरी चकारी नहीं करते हो, मार धाड़ नहीं करते हो, आप किसी का खून नहीं करते हो, तो आपके साथ जिंदगी में अच्छी चीज है. एंड देन आई वेंट टू द यूएस व्हिच वाज लाइक ये सब बकवास है, कोई डेस्टिनी नहीं है, कुछ लिखा नहीं है, तुम्हारे पास जिंदगी की हर एक सहूलियत है. तुम्हें पैसा चाहिए, तुम्हें एंटरटेनमेंट चाहिए, तुम्हें स्पोर्ट्स चाहिए, तुम्हें अपॉर्चुनिटीज चाहिए, तुम्हारे पास सब कुछ है इन अबंडेंस. अब सवाल ये कि तुम इसका क्या करोगे. एंड दैट वाज द फर्स्ट टाइम the democracy of opportunity became evident to me, because in India it was more like study hard, be a nice kid, be obedient, be respectful, and nice things will happen to you. But they didn't happen to me, and they don't happen to a lot of people. It's not that people don't work hard, but shit happens. And then you go to a different culture which is like, nobody's going to spoon feed you. Nobody's going to tell you what you can do. We're going to give you everything that you need. Literally everything that you need. Now the question is, what do you do of it? And that just blew my mind. It just blew my mind. And at the age of 22, I think that was the best thing that I could have asked for, because it just exposed me to a whole new way of thinking, a whole new way of knowing my own self in a way that I had never.
So, I'd said a bold statement. एक नवल रविकांत एक एंजल इन्वेस्टर हैं अमेरिका में, उनका एक ट्वीट है that the real skills that you want in life cannot be taught, they can only be learned. And I see that आप लोगों ने कहीं स्टाइलिंग नहीं सीखी, आप लोगों ने कहीं पे भी फैशन के वो बेसिक्स, actually you went to college but you don't give that much credit to it. It's like it came naturally to you by following your own curiosity, and you learned all the soft skills. And business चलाना तो नहीं सिखाया था ना स्कूल ने,
of course,
इस फील्ड में. So I think you guys learned on your own, and these skills were not taught to you. Do you think it fits up
it
to
is
you?
100% true, 100% correct. I resonate with everything you're saying, because college though, they teach you everything, but when you go out in the practical world, you also see, okay, there's so many vague options, this can't be true in every sense of it, and you work your own way out, and you teach yourself everything, every skill. That how I mentioned earlier also, we got the work, we actually
like
figured it out.
You meet
ourselves.
different people, every person has like different style of working, so you just learn from them also. Like, this person is like that, you have to work in a certain way with this person is different, so every person is different. Obviously we can't learn those things in college.
From day one, I've encouraged people, saying that I have learned everything I've learned on the job. Nobody taught me, I demanded it. When I decided I wanted to become a producer first time after leaving Channel V in 2006, I took a notepad like this and a pen, and all the people that I knew who were working in film or television or producing or networks, I would just call and say, listen, I'm going to buy you a coffee and I need to pick your brain for 1 hour. Like, for what? I said, I want to learn how to produce. I want to learn from you. That's it. 9 out of 10 people would say yes. because obviously I knew them. I was not cold calling anybody, right? We would meet, we'd have coffee. I learned, I filled up an entire register. So I did in 3 months what I felt a course would have taught me in 1 year, because I had worked hard. That was my jaidat. I had worked hard to know these people and to gain some respect. अब मैं क्यों पैसे खर्च के जाऊं अमेरिका फिल्म स्कूल? मैं यही सीख लूंगा और सीख लिया और फिर प्रोड्यूस की चीजें. So you always have to just keep wanting to absorb and learn, and sometimes for that you just have to lie down. Just lie down. So I tell these guys, बनाओ, दिखाओ, सुनाओ मत.
Or school is worse in that way. Like you need to be really obedient and really disciplined and all of that. And being a good student, like I was in the good terms with all the teachers, and I wanted to keep my repo that way. And so I was.
I can't name a single teacher from my school like who motivated me for anything, not even studies. Like if I was not studying, they did not even motivated me to study also. They will always
bash you and degrade you in front of the whole class.
You are even like for basic things, they are like कि no, you are not doing this, तुम पता ही नहीं क्या करोगी, ये हमेशा मतलब
they easily give up on the students with doesn't align.
Demotivate.
Yeah, they will never use
demotivate.
Go study, we will help you. They will always be like, no, you can't study.
You're good for nothing.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
You
Your
need
family
to take
gets
care
what
of-
you do. मतलब आपकी पूरी extended family समझती है कि आप क्या काम करते हो.
Now they do, of course.
Like when I remember, I told my dad about this thing. Like I want to opt for styling. Like previously, I was doing designing. He was all okay कि हाँ ठीक है, she will open her brand and इतना कुछ issue नहीं है. But now I am working in an industry. So initially he thought, because everyone had this sort of mentality like it's not safe. People go, especially for
even
girls. It's
our
not
parents
safe.
get it all the time. Like your girls are working in the industry,
That's
and they
true.
want to demean it. Like how, no matter how good we are doing, my parents still sometimes gets it. Like you know, like your girls
It's
are working
not
in the
safe
industry, and you know, वो तो ऐसे काम कर. So my parents are, they don't even answer. Like they're like,
Yeah,
okay.
like now they are above this thing.
Above
we
it.
don't even have to mention if you are in this thing, and if you have this issue with the other person, like don't even, they are like we don't even have to say
Deal with
anything.
it.
Then
Exactly.
it's like,
It's waste of
their
time and
own
waste
problem.
of energy.
Yeah.
Exactly. This brings us to the end of the session. Akshita and Anulika, thank you so much for doing this. It's such a great to have you guys here.
Thank
and
you.
All the best for your future projects. We're looking up to that. And see you soon. Thank you so
See
much.
you soon.
Great session. Thank
Yeah,
you so much.
it was
Thank you.
super fun.
Bye bye.
Same.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you so much for listening to this podcast. I hope this conversation with Akshita and Anulika helped you understand that as creatives, the skills we really want in life can't be taught, but they can definitely be learned. And to learn those new skills and worldviews, first we need to unlearn what schools have indoctrinated us with. This is the end of chapter 5. अगर आपको ये चैप्टर अच्छा लगा तो प्लीज़ इसे लाइक करो, शेयर करो और जहाँ भी आप ये पॉडकास्ट कंज्यूम कर रहे हो उस चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करो. आई विल सी यू नेक्स्ट वीक विद चैप्टर 6, जहाँ मैं बात करूँगा किसी भी क्रिएटिव इंसान की लाइफ के सबसे बड़े डिलेमा के बारे में. शुड यू फॉलो योर पैशन और नॉट.